Hi, today we're going to learn how to make carne asada a la mexicana. So the ingredients we're going to need to make our carne asada a la mexicana are, we're going to need 2 pounds of carne asada. We're going to use 2 green tomatoes, 3 red tomatoes, an onion, a medium-sized onion, and we're going to use 5 chiles serranos. We're going to use 2 potatoes, 2 garlic cloves, and we're going to use 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic salt, and 1.8 teaspoon of pepper. And these are the ingredients we're going to need today to make our carne asada a la mexicana. So now the first thing we're going to do is cut our onion, and we're going to dice it just for our we're going to cut our onion. So we're going to use a little bit more than half of the onion. And now we're going to cut our garlic. And then we put it through there. Then we put the second onion, garlic. And there it is. Our onion, our garlic. So I'm cutting some of the fat out of the carne asada. They left a little bit of fat on it, on the trim. So I'm just cutting it off because we don't need to have all this fat on our meat. I'm just trimming it off. And that's it. We trim the fat. So our carne asada is already cut in little steaks the long way. So we're just gonna cut the steaks so we could just make our a la mexicana steaks, but we're gonna cut them to a good size of the long way, the width, sorry. Take a little bit of this fat off. And this is our carne asada, cutting it so we can cook it. And here it is, we're cutting our steaks. So now they're ready to be cooked. So this is how we cut our carne asada steaks. So now I turn on the pan at medium high, and I added a teaspoonful of some of my bacon fat. Just a teaspoon to give it flavor. And this is my bacon fat. I just keep it every time I cook bacon. And now we're gonna add our onions and garlic to our plate, to our pot. So the onion and the garlic. And it smells delicious. I'm gonna cook it a little bit, saute it. Smells delicious. Bring out the flavors of the garlic and the onion. Now that we cook our onions and garlic for like a minute, now we're gonna add our carne asada to it. And now that it's cooking, we're gonna add our, this is our pepper. Now we're gonna add our salt and garlic salt to give it flavor to our meat. Move it around a little bit. Now that we peel our potatoes, we're gonna cut them in half. And that's the half of the half, and cut them in half. And then cut them into like little pieces to throw them with our meat so they can start cooking, because that's what takes the longest, the meat and the potatoes. So they're ready to go. Put them in the pot with the carne asada. So our chiles, we're just gonna take the stem off of the top, and I'm gonna cut them into 3 sections only, 3, and that's all. I'm not gonna cut them really small because my kids are gonna eat some of this food. Well, teenage kids I have, and they don't like too much spicy, so cut them in 3/4. And then we're gonna cut our tomatoes. Once you put your tomatoes in there to cook, they're gonna disappear. You're hardly gonna see them, these green tomatoes. I just throw it in there because it gives a different flavor from the red tomatoes. So just cut them the long way. And just cut them. And while we're cutting our tomatoes, our meat is cooking with the potatoes and the garlic and the onions. And just cut them the long way. Another one. So it's 3 tomatoes, red ones, 2 green ones, and the serrano chiles that we're gonna put in there to cook with our carne asada. And there we are. We have our tomatoes, our chile serrano, our tomatoes, and they're ready to go into the pot. So now our carne asada meat and potatoes with onions and garlic has been cooking for about 3 minutes on high. Now we're gonna bring it down to medium temperature. So now we want it to simmer with the tomatoes. So now we're gonna add our tomatoes and our peppers and our green tomatoes. So see, they're gonna So we're gonna cover them and let them simmer with the tomato, the carne asada. And we're gonna let it cook for about 6 minutes, and we'll come back and check on it. So our food is fully cooked now. Our carne asada a la mexicana. This is what we have now. It already cooked for about 8 minutes. And see, it has the juice of the tomato. And we have the peppers on. The reason I have the peppers on one side, not in the whole pot, is because half of it I'm going to use for the kids and the other half for the adults. So this is our carne asada a la mexicana. And let's see how it tastes. So we're gonna pour some. I'm gonna turn it off so it won't dry up. And then I have some pre-made beans that I cooked, and I'm gonna put some beans on it. And this is our plate. Carne asada a la mexicana and beans on the side. And we're gonna taste it. So see, the potatoes are soft and our steak, it's fully cooked. Delicious. Now I'm gonna taste it. Perfect. And this is my plate, the way that I make carne asada a la mexicana, and I put refried beans on the side. Thank you for coming to my channel. I welcome all your comments, and if you like, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.